Hello, I'm about to leave Caravan Salon at Dusseldorf. Today's the 4th of September 2017 and this is the campsite, and if I come out you can get an idea how many people are still here, which isn't very many. The time's now about 13:30 on the afternoon. Fair ended yesterday and people have gone home. So this is the biggest motorhome show in the world by far, I believe. Certainly in Europe, the only one I think it really comes anywhere close to is the CMT in Stuttgart, or there's a show in Parma, which in Italy, which is held in next week, I think it is. I was even thinking of going there myself. Now, if you're thinking of visiting here, I've got one or two ideas, things you can do. There's other people actually have also put up their ideas of things to consider should you be visiting Caravan Salon. Now, it's a fantastic event because you've got this huge amount of companies which are here. There's 80 manufacturers of motorhomes and campers alone. 80. Now, many of them may only have brought one or two vans, but there are those who've got lots and lots of vans. Whole halls seems to have got companies, such companies within the Irwin Humer group, such as Heimer, Deathlefts and others, Bursner, which have got big halls, but also other companies such as Cartago and those in Trigano group as well, Pilot, Rapido, lots of companies which have large stands, and as well as those who may only have one vehicle. So you've got a huge amount of things to see. You've got lots of equipment. Now for me, I find the equipment particularly exciting, and this year there were 2.5, 3 halls, depends how you count it really, of equipment manufacturers. So you've got things people do furniture, people who do beds, electronics, stuff for the water, security, all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's great from that point of view. I should have filmed those halls actually when I think about it. I'll sort of give a brief walk around, but I didn't do too much on it. But you can see my film, which I think I called Caravan Salon Behind Closed Doors, which that gives some information on it. Now, from that point of view, it's absolutely great. Now you can stop here at the Caravan Centre, which is where I'm at right now, and this is good if you like atmosphere, being with other campers. You've got lots of people to talk to enjoy yourself with. But if you're looking for a quiet place, then it isn't the place for you. You can hear what the planes are going over constantly. You can see that in other films I've done when I've got up, and all the rest of them standing at the bus stop. And so that is a problem. The solution to this problem is to camp somewhere else. There's a campsite which is over there at Meerbusch, and there is a it's much quieter. Also, you can go into campsites in town. Ironically enough, those in town probably are also quieter. I don't know, I haven't spent the night there, so I'm unable to say. But just an idea. Another problem here is that we've got the revelers out all night. Now, we've got a tent which is down there in that direction, and that's where they go and they have different evenings, Bavarian evenings, and they're singing Bavarian songs. Lots of people seem to be from Bavaria here anyway, and so they're doing that. Now if you're parked nearby, that might be a problem. Now personally, I can sleep through any racket. It doesn't bother me in the slightest, and so I'm in bed usually around 9:30. I get up around 4, 5, something like that, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest. But I know I'm extremely lucky on that one, so it may bother you. So that's one thing to think about. You could perhaps ask them to be a little bit further from the revelers. That is possible. Though then again, next problem you're going to face is people in the aisle you're in. So here's an aisle, and you might get an aisle where people are drinking and singing until 3 or 4 in the morning. Indeed, there were days when I got up and there was still singing going on outside. So if that bothers you, then you really need to start thinking of somewhere else to be. If you think that's great, then you've come to the right place. Also, you've got here excellent shower facilities down there, toilets. They clean them all the time. They do tend to get a bit damp with all the people going in and out, and there are queues do form, but hey, there's all these people here and they can't keep a huge shower block, but I think it's perfectly adequate, to be quite honest, for the amount of people who come. Personally, I tend now to just shower in my van anyway, because I find it more comfortable, though I know that many of you don't like to shower in your own van because it sort of gets it all damp, so I appreciate that point of view. Now, the big problem for me coming here is that unfortunately, whereas the overwhelming bulk of people are really nice, you have to deal with one or two people who are rather unpleasant, and that does make it much more difficult. Unpleasant and unprofessional at the same time, and why they have to treat people in this way is beyond me. And the security staff, there was one particular character who clearly was a racist who worked here, although we don't have to deal with him anymore. Or he still works here, but he not in the same capacity. But also in this campsite, I had problems. Then a friend of mine also had problems, but he seemed to be me. I tend to sort of shout my way out of problems. My mate, not so much, and he was very upset by it. And anyway, my problems were resolved after 2 hours. But after you've driven 1,000 kilometers and you can't, they won't let you park anywhere, and they won't let you in even though you're on the list, clearly on the list at that. And then they won't let you park while you're trying to get the situation sorted out. It's not very pleasant. Now the thing was, it didn't just happen to me, it happened to 2 other people that I know of, and I only spoke to 3 people about the parking situation, so there's 100% failure as far as that's concerned. It can't have happened to everybody, it's never happened to me in the past before. I mean, in the past it was maybe it was just the character was on duty the day I came in, but both those other friends came in on other days, so it seems to have been something which happened quite a lot. Unfortunately, some of the staff here at Mess Dusseldorf are unpleasant, to say the least, and you've got to deal with them, and this makes things rather awkward. I don't know, I think this is I would call it the arrogance which is born of success. When you're successful, you become arrogant and you couldn't care less, and then you treat people badly as a result, which is never a good idea, because if your success starts to wane, then you may need the very people you're treating, or abusing, I should say, treating badly. So there are some ideas. Now, will I come back? I think I want to come back because I love the motorhomes and the equipment and all this sort of stuff. On my YouTuber site alone, there have been something like 3 to 4 million views of vehicles which I filmed at Dusseldorf. So that is a major component what I do. I also happen to know that between one vehicle is sold for between 150 and 180,000 films. So it's very much in their interest that I come here. But then again, having to deal with the people you have to deal with makes it a situation that sort of lack of professionalism, which is shown here. It does make it a little bit more difficult. Having said that, there's several manufacturers who would allow me to come in under their badge, if you like, so I mean, then I wouldn't have to deal with the same characters. Anyway, so that gives you a rough idea of the problems and the good things here. It is the best show of the year in Europe, possibly in the world. It's the biggest in the world. It's the place to be for us campers. So we have the negative points, but I did want to stress the negative points. I think I've got to be honest and stress what is negative, but at the same time I want to be positive, and I'm sad to leave, but I'm also excited to leave because we've got a very exciting project we're doing now. And if you've seen my films about motorhome rebuild, you'll know what I'm talking about. And though you don't know the punchline yet, and so I'm going to be working on that punchline. So enjoy the sound of the plane coming over. If you're coming here to Dusseldorf, you'll have to hear a lot more of it.